El hogar para mí es todo lo que me ha enseñado que es la vida. El espacio donde vivo, el condado de Ventura, las montañas de Ojai, las playas de Oxnard, todo el espacio de todas las partes, los jardines en todas las partes. También es donde he trabajado, de ayudar a mi familia a trabajar. Yo creo que debemos de reconocer que en nuestros espacios, en nuestros hogares, ha habido muchas cosas, hay mucha historia. Tenemos que reconocer la gente que vivían aquí antes, las generaciones, la gente indígena que vivió aquí.
Home is something that has always been extremely important to me. Even though I grew up in a family with a strong family unit, the home, those walls, those doors, the love inside that home, the ability to be who you are in those walls with no pretense was really important. You could dream in our house.
I found, for me, home is more about where do you feel comfortable. For me, home is where can I feel like I did when I was a kid. And for me, it's kind of everywhere. As long as I have people in my life that I feel care about me and support me there, or at least I'm able to contact them, then I feel like you can kind of create home wherever you need it to be. So I feel that it's a good skill to have if you can sort of craft a place that you can call home no matter where you are.
It's just us together focusing on the craft and laughing and having fun and talking about all of our stories. So to me, home is anywhere we can get together. Because it just, like if you go onto a reservation, it's a completely different feeling than being in a city.
A lot of people have migrated here over time and it is their home as well. But I strongly believe that they will never have a connection to this land as we do, because literally our blood, sweat, and tears is integrated in this land. Our roots are deeper than some of these oak trees that have been here 500 years. Like, it's just many, many thousands of years that we've been here.
Family and home are inextricably tied. I mean, they're enmeshed. You know, on the one hand, I think of home as like the structure that I live in, the place that I return to. And then on a larger level, home is the community that I'm in, the things that I am a part of. And as I define each one of those, I find there are a lot of common things, both in the structure and in the region that I call home. And it's a place where I am authentic at its best. Home is a place that I learn from, and home is a place that I give back to, and home is a place that supports me in my purpose. Right? Home isn't a place that helps me necessarily define my purpose, but home is a place that supports me in my purpose and is that backdrop to where I find meaning.
Home is important because it's just your stability. It's one less thing you have to worry about. You know, the kids have to worry about so many things now. And it's like it's your neighborhood, you know it, you're familiar, you know people, you can go next door and knock on the door, you know, and different people are watching out for each other's kids. That's a community.
Home lives inside of my thoughts, my feelings, my heart, my imagination. Home has no borders, has no walls. It's this beautiful land, but also is in the air, is in the temperature, in the taste of their food.
Home is more than just a geographical place. It's also that feeling of love, of warmth, of acceptance, of honesty and truthfulness, forgiveness, you know, all of that.
I also don't think it's like necessarily about family. I think it kind of depends on who you're surrounded with. So if you have friends and you're really close to them, you'd probably consider that home. I think it's about the people you surround yourself with that make you feel safe and loved.
Home is wherever this body is. Wherever I am, that's home.
But home is Ventura, and to me, home is, you gotta know home. You know what I mean? You can't live somewhere all this time and not know home. And I know home. I feel like I really, really know Ventura. I don't remember ever not feeling at home. You know, I just always felt that I was part of a community, and it's a lasting community, and they all proved to be that.
Everybody has different capacities, but whatever that was, I didn't want them to feel like there was walls, you know, or barriers for them. I wanted them to feel supported, because that's what I feel helped me. But to me, at home is that, where you feel supported and you feel you can grow. You're not being held back. And you can explore who you want to be. And so I feel like that's home. You know, you can relax, but you can also explore. Because if you don't have community or that feeling of community, then you're really not feeling at home. Part of being in a home is also supporting others and saying thank you, for what they give you. And that's all.
So home to me is not dealing with the traffic, the congestion, being close to the beach and being able to walk on a beach that's not congested. And I love driving down the streets, whether it's in Ventura and Oxnard and Camarillo, and just smelling whatever's growing at the time, whether it's strawberries or even onions or celery. You can just smell it while you're driving through, and I roll the windows down to take it all in. That's what I love.
But for me, I think the definition of what home is at a core of being a human being and wanting to make connections with people at all levels. And so I think for today's families, in a very broad way, I think that for them, home means just a sense of security of knowing where you're going to sleep and knowing that your children are going to be safe and that you're going to be stable enough to provide some level of security for kids.
Home is where the heart is, obviously, and I fell in love with somebody who's a native to Ventura County, and I moved here to follow my heart, and 18 years later, happily married, and it's been quite a journey.
I believe home is your surrounding, not only your immediate family, but the people you work with, your neighbors, your friends. That's what you make of a home.
I think those feeling of safety really came to play early on in trying to find home. Feeling safe, feeling loved, feeling the taste of the food that's made by your mother and your grandparents. I think for us as Mexicanos, we are brought together through those shared experiences and our love for food and flavor.
Home for me is faith, family, and love. It's very simple, and I think all of those three things you nurture throughout your life. The physical house, yes, that is the structure, but it is our families and our neighbors, our community, the extended family. That's how I view it. Our community is our extended family. How can you fail? How can you be unhappy in this life? We're surrounded by beauty, not just the physical environment, but the family and the neighbors and all of our compadres. Those are all such really special memories.
Especially at our school, because we are not very big, it is like a second home because we all care about each other and we do spend enough time together where we start considering each other family, and it's an extended home. And the children have created
different things.
And
when the new students come, it feels like there's like a big family.
An extended family, and you have your school family.
Yes.
Both of the churches that we attend are part of home because it's like your extended network, and
I feel comfortable.
You
there.
feel very comfortable at both
Anywhere.
churches, anywhere.
welcome to the center of the universe.
Home to me is Santa Paula.
I always felt like Santa Paula and sort of Ventura County writ large was my home. And I don't think as a younger person, I really appreciated the diversity and and how unusual this place is.
My concept of home has changed throughout the years. Definitely, I mean, when I'm younger, it's not so much home as house. Sometimes you don't appreciate something at the time.
The thing that I would like to see continue is the sense of community, that we're all part of this thing that we call home.
When I think of home and spirit, being from here and being from gives me chills right now because I know what it feels like. I just can't describe it. It is a sense of admiration. It is a sense of like just, wow, you did that with this, you know, and it's that pride. It is that ancestral knowledge for what little bit that was passed down, that everything, if we were to see everything and through their eyes, that it all had spirit.
When I think about what makes this place home, it's the surroundings, it's the areas, the features of the landscape that you can't quite get anywhere else.
Because one of my best memories of driving, when you go down the hill and the scent changes when you're leaving the valley and you're actually heading towards Ventura County, the smell changed, right? And then again, coming down the grade and knowing I was home. I do believe that each place it can be special in its own way, but for me, what I love about Ventura County, and maybe it's because I'm an archaeologist, is there's still a sense of some of the history here. So for me, it's that's what I like about Ventura County. It's past and present, and I'm hoping we can work together for the future.
When someone asks, or when I think about a home, I always think about 3 words: love, care, and share. So that's how I define my home.
I have 2 homes, physical homes. I feel that being at my home, at my personal home is sacred, a sacred space with my family to grow and nurture. And I also feel that my classroom is also a home as well. We're like turtles, that we carry our home on our back, that our home is wherever we go, and we have it all with us. We don't need to seek, we don't need to find, we have everything we need.
Colleagues at my home means to me like I'm happy.
And so for me, home is where my friends are. It's where I feel like I'm most social. I feel like, I'm free to exist and be who I want to be.
Your home is where your first revolution begins, where you get taught about the different things and your different values. And so for me, home is a place of learning, a place of yearning, a place of rest, and most importantly, a place to grow. In the old days, when you came home and you hung your hat, it meant you were home and you were good and awesome. My home is not only my safe space, it is an extension of my identity. It is the colors of my culture. They're accentuated by items missing from my youth, adorned with plaques, testimony of my passing through. Ventura County, you are me and I am you.